If you know me, then you know that me, I like enjoyment. I don't like people telling. Whenever I hear cut cost, then the way some people explain it, it upsets me, and that's why I actually, did a video. If you haven't watched my video of budgeting, please go and watch that video. I had to do a video of how you can actually budget and still enjoy your life, and still enjoy those good things of life. All right. Now, today we are going to talk about the 3 ways to cut costs without suffering. 3 ways to cut costs without suffering. And at the end of this video, just let me know which one you are going to apply, or let me know what you think about these 3 ways. All right. Hi, Momsies. Welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time you are seeing me, my name is Lady Teresa, aka the Money Goddess. I am an African mom living in Canada, and I have made it my mission to help as many moms as possible to create the financial life that they truly desire and to manifest it effortlessly. All right. So, on today's video, like I said, we're talking about 3 ways you can cut costs without suffering. 3 ways you can cut costs without depriving yourself of the things that you love. All right. One thing that stands me out from a lot of people out there who talk about money is a lot of people just focus on money, like making money or multiplying money or managing money. They don't look at it from a point of, what do I love? I can't just go to work for a whole month and you are now focusing on manage it. Don't buy this one, buy that one. No, 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 no. I don't believe in that. All right. And I want to believe that you are like me and you don't want to just live your life saving. No purpose, nothing. You're just saving and you're not actually enjoying yourself. All right. So on today's video, I will show you how you can cut costs without suffering, without depriving yourself. And these 3 areas, a lot of people do not look at it from that angle. And I'm hoping that it will help you today. Okay. All right. So let's talk about number one. Number one is by shopping intentionally. Right? So when you shop intentionally, you realize that you're able to save yourself from impulse buying. What is impulse buying? You're watching Instagram. Scroll, scroll, scroll. This is me. I am on that table. It is me. I am it. Scroll, 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 and you see an advert. They tell you, oh, this thing is good for my skin. Use it like this. And then you see testimonial, testimonial, testimonial. There are plenty. I used to be that person. Once I read that 1 million testimonial, this thing must be good. Click, I buy. Right? And I end up buying and buying and buying. My husband got tired of me at some point. He was like, he has never seen anybody that buys from Instagram more than me. Like every day there's one package coming, one package is always coming. And I realized that this became an obsessive thing. It was basically impulse, right? So I decided, okay, I'm not going to stop it, but I'm going to be very intentional about it. Why will I not stop it? Because I love some of these things. I know at the end of the day, I feel bad. And that's why I decided to re strategize. So instead of saying I'm going to stop it, I'll never buy anything online again, which is what a lot of people teach when it comes to managing money or cutting costs. They practically tell you to just completely, not have fun in this life. Okay. So I decided to do this. And that's what I want to share with you today. And that is to buy intentionally instead of buying impulsively. Now, what does intentionally mean? I saw a very short video of someone who said that Amazon carts at this point, when you move something to cart and you want to, save to buy later, the Amazon carts now is like almost $1.2 million. It's almost $1.2 million, right? But guess what? That is one way you can actually cut costs by being intentional. So don't be that person that clicks and pays or clicks and buys immediately. I didn't use Amazon cart. I used a book. So I have my own cart is in my book. So what I started doing is once I see something I love, and instead of that impulse of click, click, click and pay, because Payment has also made a lot of people just spend impulsively. The ease of payment, because you know that you just click, you sit there in your house. At least before, if you think of how to stand up, go out and go and buy something, it will save you money. But this time around, they are making it easier and easier and easier for you to spend that money. So with one click like this, you have this thing by your door. So I decided, okay, instead of just doing click, because I know that all those are wants, they're not my needs. My needs are fixed. My fixed costs are fixed. You already know the things that you must pay for every single month, right? So these are wants, and because they are wants, they are variable. They're not fixed. You don't have to buy them today. They're not urgent. They might be important to you, but they're not urgent. You can buy them tomorrow. You can buy them next month, right? So I started buying intentionally by doing what? When I see it, I love it. I shop it, but I shop it energetically. I don't physically shop it. So I'm that person that I'll come and write. When I'm writing it in my book, I'm already feeling that this thing is going to be my own one day, one day. It is going to be my own. So I write it. I just keep writing them down so that they become my wants. And because they are wants, they can be scheduled. So maybe 2 days later, 3 days later, at the end of the month, by the time I'm looking at my money book, I will say, okay, did I spend up to maybe 10, my 20% or 10% on my splurge? If I didn't spend up to that, then I come to that cart, then I pick one of it. That way I am still within budget. That way I am still cutting cost. So instead of saying I'm not going to buy these things anymore, I'm just going to say, no, if I need it, if I see it, I like it, if I'm watching that Instagram and I love that particular product, I just come and I write it down. So before you know it, there are some that a month later, I come and look in that account. I'm like, what was I thinking when I even wrote this thing down? I don't need it anymore. So you are now able to sift things that will not really make any sense to you, that things that you just would have just bought impulsively, right? So that's one way you can cut costs without suffering. Buy intentionally, put things down in the cart, do not pay for them immediately. That's also buying, all right? Now, number two, where I cut costs without suffering. And this may not apply to everybody. Like I said, I'm talking to people who are like me, who think like me. So if you are someone who likes to eat out, because that's another way people spend money. And I hear these teachers tell us that, don't eat out, be cooking, home cooks me, home cooks me. And I'm like, I don't want home cooked me. Is it by force? Yeah, I want to eat out. Is it by force? So instead of saying, oh, I will never eat out, I'm going to be cooking, because people keep saying it that they stop eating out like for 2 years and they cook, they eat everything from home. No. So what I decided to do was I told myself, okay, I only have a window of eating out. What does that mean? I said I'm only going to eat out twice in a month on payday. All right. On payday, I can eat out because I know that what do I really want to buy? By the time you see, you know that may not even up to 1% of your salary or 10% or even less than 5% of your salary. But I am still doing it. I am still finding joy. I'm still doing things that bring me joy, but I am giving it a window. So you can, yours may not be food. Yours may be something that you notice that this thing is now taking your money a lot though. You're not going to stop it, but you can read. You can say, you know what, I will only do this thing on payday, and you will notice that you will end up not doing a lot. If you were spending $300 in a month on those things, you notice that you may not even spend up to $100, because what have you done? You've reduced the window of opportunity. Because what we usually would do is just, you see this one advertise, you click, or every Saturday, when people are sharing, like for me now, when that lady is showing me that moi that she just finished cooking, I'm like, I want to order this moi because I cannot come and sit down in my house and be cooking moi. I'm sorry. All right. So, but now that I told myself this thing can only happen on the 2 days that I get paid in a month, because every 2 weeks, right? And luckily for me, most times it's not on weekends. Most times it's on weekday. And so the day might just come to an end and I did not buy whatever it is I wanted to buy, and I've lost that window. So I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to, spend that money until the next payday. This one is not that, oh, I didn't buy it. Can I buy it tomorrow? No, it's a window. So once that window of opportunity is closed, I cannot do it. So that is another way you can actually cut costs without suffering yourself. You know. So once that thing is shooking you, so you know that, okay, don't worry, I'm going to do it. The next payday is a few days away. I will do it. Instead of you buying it, because you saw that thing. You can just tell yourself, okay, 2 days. And in 2 days, that thing may not interest you anymore, or you may not need it anymore, or you end up getting it, and that's still cool, right? So at the end of the day, you did not suffer, you did not deprive yourself. You're not, it's not starvation, it's just dieting. That's what I tell people. I am that person. I don't teach you the cutting course that looks like starvation. I teach you cutting course that looks like dieting. I eat between 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. That's when I eat now. So once I'm hungry, I tell myself, oh, it's not yet 2. That's okay. It will be 2 p.m. soon. And I will eat. Do you understand? So that's not starvation, that's just dieting. So once you want to buy this thing, just tell yourself, okay, we have not gotten to that window where I can buy it. So once that time comes, I will buy it. Does that make sense? Now, let's go to the third way you can cut costs without suffering. And this is one area that people have almost forgotten, especially people who are like me. If you have subscriptions, there was a time I saved myself almost $100 just because I looked at all my subscriptions and I saw that some of them were not that important anymore, right? So that is the third way you can cut costs without suffering. Look at your subscriptions. There were times you just clicked on something, but because you're someone who you don't review your money activities monthly, those things, money is just going. And it may look small. It could be $5 here, $10 here, $20 here. I'm not saying there are things you love that you need to stop. I'm saying that there may be things you bought at some point because you loved it, but they don't matter to you anymore now. One of it for me was LinkedIn Premium. There was a time I paid for LinkedIn Premium for how long? Until I realized I was not even using the so-called LinkedIn Premium. What is this? So when you look at your subscriptions, you will notice that you'll be able to cut down some, and number two, you'll be able to get deals on others. That's why I said I saved almost $100 just because I audited my subscriptions. So I want you to audit your subscriptions. You will save some money there. Don't say, oh, Netflix, I'm not going to pay you anymore. Netflix is still there, you still pay it. But I said audit it. Look at the ones that you feel like, this one, do I? Okay, LinkedIn was one of it. For me, I don't know about you, maybe if you're looking for a job, you may still be needed, but I just felt like I don't need this LinkedIn Premium anymore, right? So I cut it off. But if I wasn't intentional or aware of my expenses and where the money was going, I wouldn't have noticed that, right? To just come and I'll just take it that, okay, it's just monthly expense. Then another thing I noticed is that there are some of these subscriptions that if you choose to cut it, they'll give you a deal. I'm not going to mention names so that people, I don't want the company to say, hey, is that what you're doing? Okay, we're going to cancel you. So there are some subscriptions. It even happened even in this LinkedIn, but let's not talk about it. So there are some subscriptions that when you say, I don't want a gain, they will not offer you half of that money. So let's say you were paying $50 for something or $25 for something, and then you want to cancel it. They don't just let you go like that, though. They will tell you, okay, come and pay $10 and remain. I don't know if that has happened or if you've experienced that before. But guess what? Because we don't know, we just have subscriptions that are just there and we're just paying every month. They're just collecting all our money every month. So from time to time, audit your subscriptions. Just try and say, I want to cancel. You'll notice that they'll say, oh, why are you going? Okay, let's give you half the amount. So you have saved half of it, right? So you can actually save up to $100, if not more, based on the subscriptions, your current subscriptions, without suffering, without even stopping any of them. They will give you better deals because they don't want you to go. But if you didn't do that, you'll still be paying the full money. All right. Is this helping? Is it helping? So that's the three ways you can cut costs without suffering, without starvation, without depriving yourself. Okay, number one, shop intentionally. Put it in the cart, put it in the cart, put it there, put it there. Okay. Number two, have a window, have a shopping window. All right, reduce the shopping window. It will help you save a lot of money. And number three, review your subscriptions because they are also part of your fixed cost. But trust me, they're not as fixed as you think. Some of them can be reduced. All right. So look at those subscriptions, find out the ones you can reduce, find out just try and do shakara and tell them you want to cancel. They will give you better deals. All right. So I hope you got value. You can also drop in the comment if there's any other one that you figured out how to cut cost without suffering, without starving yourself, without depriving yourself of the joy. Please, I would like to hear from you. Just type in the comments. Let's learn together. All right. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I drop my videos. All right. Ciao.